So in this segment, we're going to talk about negotiation techniques, how to close the deal. After negotiating for a period of time, learning about the other party needs and positions and perhaps a resistance point, the next challenge for the negotiators is to close the agreement. There are several tactics available to negotiators for closing a deal. Choosing the best tactic for given negotiators is a matter of art of science. Provide alternatives. Rather than making a single final offer, negotiators can provide 2 or 3 alternative packages for the other party that they are more or less equivalent in value. People like to have choices, and providing the counterpart with alternative packages can be a very effective technique for closing negotiations. This technique can also be used when the task force can not decide on which recommendation to make to the upper management. If in fact there are 2 distinct defensive positions solutions, then the task force can forward both with a description of the costs and benefits of each. Assume the close. Salespeople use the assuming to close technique frequently. After having a general discussion about the needs and positions of the buyer, the seller will take out a large order form and start it completing. The seller usually begins by asking the buyer name and address before moving on to any potentially contentious issues, price and model. When using this technique, negotiators do not ask the other party if he or she would like to make purchase. Rather, they act as if decision of the purchase something that has already been made, and they might as well start to get the paperwork out of the way. The third way is to split the difference. Splitting the difference is perhaps the most popular closing tactic. The negotiator using this tactic will typically give a brief summary of negotiation. We have both spent a lot of time, made many concessions, and then suggest that because things are so close, why don't we just split the difference? While this can be an effective closing tactic, it does presume that parties states with a far opening offers. A negotiator who used the extreme opening offer and then suggests split a difference close is using a hardball tactic. Exploding offers. Number 4. The exploding offers contain extreme tight deadline in order to pressure the other party to agree quickly. For example, a person who has interviewed for the job may be offered a very attractive salary and benefit package, but also be told that the offer will expire in 24 hours. The purpose of the exploding offer is to convince the other party to accept the settlement and to stop considering alternatives. People can feel quite uncomfortable about receiving exploding offers, however, because they feel they're under unfair pressure. Exploding offers appear to work best for organizations that have resources to make the exceptionally attractive offer early negotiators in order to prevent the other party from continuing to search the potentially superior offer. The 5th technique is sweeteners. Another closing tactic is to save a special concession for the close. And the other negotiator I told, I'll give you X if you agree to the deal. For instance, when selling the house, the owner could agree to include the previously included curtains, appliances, and lighting fixtures to close the deal. To use this tactic effectively, however, negotiators need to include sweeteners in their negotiating plan, and they may consider too much during the closing.